Okay, in this session, we will, if you look at it, there are three types of ratings which are shown here. One is this accommodation rating, transport rating, and recommend to a friend. Okay, so if you look at accommodation rating, it's 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Transport rating would be 1 through 10. And how well would they recommend this holiday to a friend? So let's do an analysis of this. All right. So going back to the data selection, insert private chart, and okay. Now here, first let's go over the accommodation rating. Okay. So let's choose the gender and the accommodation rating. Now this is not what we wanted. Yeah. So let's take the rating as the legend. Okay. And let's bring the gender again, click gender and drag it to values. Right? So I think this is good enough to understand the or analyze the rating. Yeah. So if you look at it, this is this side of the graph is the ratings given by the female holiday makers. So here again, let's go to the graph properties and give the data labels so that you will know how many of them have given what kind of ratings. So if you look at green, that is 10. See, the legend shows 10. Green is 10. So 82 of the female holiday goers chose 10 out of 10. So 67 of them chose 9, 41 8. So you get the picture. However, in the male side of it, only 63 have given 10 out of 10 rating. Okay, so let's change this. So I think this is good enough. So chart. So let's give the chart title. Let's make it gender minus gender wise rating for accommodation. Okay, so copy that and let's paste it here. Before we do that, I'm gonna select these cells here and merge it and probably make it a little bit bigger. We will have this ratings under one uh, heading. Yeah. So what we can do here is we can give a title, feedback ratings, and so let's make this equal to this one. All right. What we can do here is we can make this legends on the top. No, sorry, the legend on top. Okay, bring it here. So as you can see, I'm moving and shifting each part of the graph. So it's totally flexible. You can do anything you want with the dashboard. So let's make this as bold. Okay. So that's our first one. That is feedback rating for accommodation. So let's change this to ratings. Okay. Let's make this give them the borders and equal spacing. Make it center. Okay. Also give a name for this feedback ratings. Now we need not have separate pages for each kind of rating. Yeah, so I was thinking we can have all the ratings in just one page. So what we'll do is make this feedback ratings, make it big, and the first one will be accommodation rating. Okay. So a little bit bigger, but not too big. Right. So the first one will be accommodation rating, and I think we can make this a little big so that it can occupy a little bit more space. Make this graph a bit smaller. Okay, save. Now let's go back here and let's go to the next chart. Now let's do the transport rating for transportation. Yeah, how much do they rate? Did they rate for transport? So likewise, gender and transport rating. Again, we'll pull transport up here from values to legend series, and let's pull gender down here. Okay, so uncheck the blank, bring it up here. Now what we can do is copy this chart. Before we paste it in the dashboard, let's paste it here. Paste it there and go back here and copy this table as well. Right click, copy, come back to ratings, and paste it somewhere here. Okay, so now what we have is the rating for accommodation, and let's rename this to transportation, gender wise. Okay, I'll put transportation rating. Okay, so now you have both transport and the rating for accommodation in the same page. Yeah, so let's take out these extra lines. To take out these extra lines, select the whole row and control minus. Press the control key on the keyboard and press the minus key. So we'll delete the whole rows. And here the total, which is scale, double click to make it equal space, center, and let's make these also a little bigger so they occupy more space. Not this, these can remain. Make the chart a little smaller. I think we can make this font a little bigger since we have more space. Yeah, these as well. Just make it look uniform, and we can use the same font size, which is 14 for this as well. Increase it to 14, and if you click on wrap text over here, we can save some space so the grand total comes a little smaller. Okay, so now we have transportation rating, accommodation rating. Yeah, and this page we can delete. Yeah, because we've copied this data into the rating sheet, so we can just delete this one. Okay, next we'll go into the recommendation to a friend. So insert, I have a chart. Okay, and likewise the same gender, and recommend to a friend, pull this up there to columns, and click and drag gender to the values again. Take out the blank. Here, capitals. And I have no idea why there is not going into capitals. But anyway, okay, so let's copy this chart first. Right click, copy, come to ratings and paste it somewhere here. Move it around here. I think this chart we forgot something, which is the chart label, chart title, which can be as gender-wise transport rating, or gender-wise rating for transport, and just to keep it the same as what we did for accommodation. And here, let's chart title would be gender-wise rating for recommendation. To a friend. It's quite a big title. But anyway, so that one plus the table. Let's copy the table. Before that, we'll center it. And right click, copy, come to ratings. And let's paste it here. Okay, make the rows a little bigger, a little bit more. Increase the font size to 14 and this one to 12. Okay, so this one, let's wrap it. Okay, and delete these two and bring the chart a little bit to the bottom so we'll have an space for the title. Okay, make this a little smaller. Bring it down to align with this table and merge. And this one will be rating or recommending holiday a friend. So if you look at it, we have three graphs for the ratings in the same page. So when you come to feedback ratings, all the feedback ratings will be on the same page. Yeah. So now we don't need this. We can delete. Yes. Go back to ratings. So let's make it a little bit pleasing to the eye. Just give some kind of a color. Probably this can be in. Again, you can just choose your own colors. Yeah. I'm just trying to give it some color to make it a little uniform. You can make the text bold. This is 14, so let's make this also 14. Okay. So now it looks a little bit good, yeah. So now time to transfer these or copy these charts to the dashboard. So we already have gender-wise accommodation rating. So now we will transfer copy this, go to dashboard, paste, and the same size as this one. Yeah, looks okay. Go back to ratings, copy this, and paste here, put it, make it the same size. This chart is too big, so we can just make it a little smaller. So now you have the feedback ratings in one, in one series down here. So now to access this feedback rating is just one page. So we'll just use one button. So control and click this button, right click, copy the button. And I'd like to paste the button here. Yeah. So just move it here next to feedback ratings. So when you click on this button, I need to go to this page, ratings page. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll right click, edit link, and click on ratings. And okay. So whenever when I see this area, and when I click on feedback ratings, if I want to go to the details, I click this, and it takes me here. Yeah. And of course, we need to put in a home button there. Copy ratings and paste. Yeah. So when I click back home, it takes me here. All right. Save. Now we have our feedback ratings. If you want to keep the border of this chart, you can do so. Otherwise, you can just click, go to Format, Shape Outline, and click on No Outline if you want. Or if you want any other outline, any other color outline, you can do that as well. Yeah. Okay. So next, I think if we go to the database, the most important thing is the financials, which is the amount paid. So this one, I think we can split into two types. Yeah, one is the type of price paid for the type of accommodation, that is, type of holiday taken. So how much they paid for each kind of holiday type, male and female. Then the total amount paid by male and female separately, and the type of payment made for the transportation. Yeah, so we can analyze these three in the graph. Okay, now before we go into the financial section, let's create a section like how we did for this feedback ratings. Yeah, so this one is ending there, so let's create it here, merge this area, and let's name it financials. Let's have all the financials in one page like how we did for the feedback ratings as well. Okay, so this is 18, so let's keep this font also 18. So it's good to keep all the headings in one particular font. Let's give a border here as well. Okay, so we have financials. Now let's go back to before that, let's move the ratings page to the last, click and drag. Okay, let's go to the main database, select the database, insert. As you can see, Pivot Chart is a really wonderful tool to create data analysis and so on. Yeah. Okay. So now we need, first is the total payment made, yeah, gender-wise, price paid. So this is actually the amount paid by both male and female. Okay. I think this is good enough. So let's just take out the blank, and it's to make this easier to read. Let's do a right click, format cells, currency, select pounds, and click OK. See, now it's more easier and more professional looking. And in the chart as well, let's give the data label. So instead of data tables, we can use data labels. It's simpler that way. Okay, so we have the graph with the um, total amount paid by both male and female. Yeah, so let's make it a little bigger because the data is pretty small. Okay, so let's name this as well as financials. And subheading, make it total amount paid. Keep this as 18, and the font size can be 14, bold book. So next, we will rename this as financials. All right, let's go back to this insert private chart. Okay, now let's look for transportation. How much they pay for transport? Price paid, coach, flight, and price paid. Is this what we need? I think so. Okay. Yeah. So now we have how much they pay for coach and flight. We'll change it a little bit, since we'll put the gender in the series and transport will bring it here. Yeah, just for a change. So and this one, let's change right click, format cells, currency, pounds. Okay. And coach and flight. Okay, let's select everything, center it, borders, what else? Okay, increase the font a little bit, bring this up here, and we'll give our data labels. Or how about data table? I think this looks better, yeah? Data table looks more neater. So let's do data tables, data table. Yeah. So there you have it. I think that's about a chart title for our dashboard. We can keep this as transport mode payment breakdown, something like that. Save, don't forget to save. Okay, so okay, we got this. So right click, copy, go back to financials, paste, give some space. Let's copy this one. Right click, copy, go to financials here and paste. Select these cells and double click to give automatic spacing. And okay, so let's delete this row. Like this. This will be, let's name this as transport payment. Breakdown. And let's make this font as 240. Make it bold. Okay. This is much space. Let's keep this to K. Column number K. Okay. Looks good. I think we can give some space here because likewise here as well. Make the rows a little bigger because you have plenty of space, and make this chart a little smaller so we can try and occupy less space for the buttons in the chart to have a look. Okay. Um, just to make it look a little uniform, yeah. All right. Then next we have, or we can delete this sheet. Okay. Next is the holiday type, which would be this. Okay, how much they paid for hotel, apartment, cruise, and camping. So let's go back to insert, find the chart. Okay, and now we will choose gender and um, holiday type and price paid. Okay, so we will need holiday type here. I know we'll keep holiday type here and move the gender there. There, this is perfect. Alright, so female, male, and click on the 0, click on the blank. Okay, select the numbers, right click, format cells, go to currency, pounds is selected already, click on OK. Alright, now give the borders, center aligned. This can be left aligned. Okay, and come here and go to data table. Looks good. Chart title will be holiday type payment breakdown. Okay, just move this a little bit up there. Just a little bigger. Okay, good. Now copy this chart. Copy. Go to financials and paste it here. And copy this. Copy and paste. Bring this through. Make these a little bigger. Font to 14. Okay, looks good, I think. Yeah, the heading, subheading for this would be the type. Okay, and break down. Let's gender-wise change this font to 14. Bold. Okay, so I think we can make all this full caps. Gender-wise, just to make it uniform. This as well, let's put this gender wise over here. Okay, now select these three and give it a uniform color. Let's go with this color, and the main heading can be in one color. Let's give the color of money. I think we are set for this detailed page. And yeah, delete this. We don't want it anymore. Go to financials now. Time to transfer these to the uh, dashboard. So we already have a section here for financials. Paste. Now for this we don't need such a big place. Yeah, I think that's okay. And we can move these data labels to data table so it's easier to read. Try to make this a little bigger. Okay, that looks nice. Next we can go back to financials, copy the transport payment rate and copy, go to dashboard and paste. Okay, so let's place it here. It's a little bigger like this. Make this the same size as before. And the next one will be the type payment breakdown. There. Okay, we need to make this a little smaller. Align with this one. Okay. And this one. We can pull this right till the end. Alright, so what we'll do is we will align this feedback a little smaller. Make it up a little bit. And take this up a little bit. Yeah, so now this is where the slides end. Okay, so we can okay. So let's give a color for this. Oh, we haven't given a color. Okay, before that, we need to make sure this is aligned correctly. Okay, that looks good. Now for the final button, yeah, copy this button, copy and paste. Then keep it this side. Now when I click on this button, it needs to go to financials. Let's pull financials to the end. Before we do that, let's paste the home button, control and click, right click, copy, go to financials and paste. So come down here, right click, edit link, and financials. Good. So I think we've completed the dashboard along with the full data. Yeah. So now it's basically decoration. Yeah, we need to decorate colors and decoration and so on, like how we did for this one, this chart. You can choose what colors you want. If you ask me, I would probably give this color, say, I don't know, maybe this color. Yeah. And then okay, now before that, you remember we gave some equal spacing here. So what I would like to do here is select this area using a mouse and go to more borders, choose this thick border and give a box there. Okay, and come to financial and choose there, and again go to more borders. Let's see. Okay, now what we need to do to make this border visible, just make this a tiny bit small. Okay, not this one, a tiny bit here as well. just to make sure that that borderline is visible. Yeah, nothing much. Okay, this one as well. See, now you can see the kind of a separation between all the dashboards. Similarly, sorry, let's give this as well a box. Borders. Select the thick line. Okay. Now you cannot see the bottom part of the border. So let's move this a little bit up, and this one as well. So yeah, looks good now. Let's do the same here as well. Starting from here. And that's the feedback ratings. Go to more borders. And okay, so now it looks good. If you want, you can give this into a border as well. This to, let's give a lighter border this here over here. Okay. Well, I think we're done. Yeah. Rest, if you want to select each chart and give different colors, for example, here you can click on this and choose this for a background color, like choose this. Only if you want to. Yeah, if you want to give different colors for each, you can do so. Bring this down a little bit, because see, now since you're given it a color, you need to make sure the entire area is covered by this color. So just pull the graphs down to accommodate that. Yeah, likewise you can choose these into one colors. You can also double click on this chart, go to format, and shape fill gradient. You can use different colors, like you can choose this one. Likewise in shape fill gradient, can we choose this? Yeah, so something like this. So the holiday type and the peak season trend can be in one color. Financials you can give in one color. Yeah, you can also change the color of the bars here. Yeah, so there you can select the color of the graph. This paintbrush, you need to select the paintbrush. You can choose the colors like this, or you can choose light. You can make all this as one color. So it depends how you want it. Yeah. So if you feel you need to change the style of the graph, you can do that. So however you want it. Okay. So I think that's about it. Over here, you can paste your school's logo. Okay. And I think that's about it. So you have your dashboard. So you can click on all the buttons. It will take you to the respective pages. Yeah. And you can, financials are on one page. The feedback ratings are on one page. So smaller. And delete this. So hope this helps. Thank you very much.